Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Morning,
Good
sir.
Good
morning, sir.
morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
So, guys, a quick update on the EV sector today. Yamaha has said that they will come up with two new models catering to the middle class segment. That was the main part. They have also mentioned, focus on motorcycles of 140, 150, 149 to 155 cc, so approximate 150 cc segment bikes. They expect, they currently have a market share of 4%. Now, Yamaha targets to have 25% market share till FY30. Now, this was specifically about EVs. Okay, they are coming up with new models. Now the purpose is when you see such kind of news, see, Yamaha is not listed, but when you see such kind of news, it shows that there is some traction going on in the EV space. Yesterday we were talking about the EVs. We had a brief discussion about EVs. TVS, Bajaj Auto are the one who has specifically two-wheeler EV. Yesterday, someone was saying that in his area, they see a lot of EVs. And this is a growth perspective for companies like this. So when a small company is saying that they will reach to a market share of 30%, you just imagine what is the growth they are expecting from the Indian market. So I will say the EV scooters will now probably change over to the EV scooters. Bikes will take time, as they rightly mentioned that they are coming with 150 cc bikes, but probably the scooter part they will I think the entire scooter segment will turn to EV in few years, and they're actually good because scooters may it is an urban product. You don't drive it for long routes. Bikes, so at least people go for long routes like taking the Himalayans and your Royal Enfield, but usually scooters सिटी में ही यूज करते हैं, तो आई थिंक उस पर पेट्रोल चलाने का कोई मतलब नहीं बनता. So just have a look at the segments, TVS, Hero, Bajaj. तीनों के बार न्यूज में आ रहे हैं, and Hero is a smaller player in this. I'll again say Hero is a much smaller player in the EVs. The top two players are your Bajaj, TVS, and third one is Ola. Now when they say they will take over market share, so guys, can I say कि किसी एक का market share गिरेगा फिर? Someone will lose its market share if one is gaining. So who is the one who will lose the market share? Probably I think it's the Ola. If I talk about the products, Ola has the worst products ever. Worst products as in the worst, not the product I will say, but the worst service ever. Okay. There was one more news about the FMCG where there was some problem with the tax structure because of the GST cut. So now the tax benefit for many companies who have a plant has been now, the fiscal benefit in the tax-free zone is now been removed, and the production now they are evaluating the production. So now Dabar's fourth plant is in Tamil Nadu, whereas Britannia is planned to expand in UP. So what happens because of this expansion, there is depreciation increases a lot, and because they have lost their tax benefit status now, so you might see an impact on the final statement of this companies, Dabur and Britannia. This was a small news in the newspaper, but from an FMCG point of view, it is also important. Okay, so now I have news about Ashutosh have on FMCG. Ashutosh, will you continue on FMCG?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, following the recent GST 2.0 rate changes, FMCG companies are starting to feel the heat from an inverted duty structure. So essentially, finished goods and beverage products are now taxed at just 5%, but the services they rely on, the input services, it still attracts 18% GST. So this mismatch is creating pressure on the working capital that the companies use. And companies like Dabur have already flagged the issue, estimating a potential of around 1 billion rupees to their profits. Other players like Tata Consumer and Britannia have also raised similar concerns, saying this could squeeze margins and reduce some of the fiscal benefits they previously enjoyed. The industry isn't sitting quiet though. FMCG players have reached out to the government seeking either a refund mechanism or an alignment of GST rates to fix this issue. In the meantime, the companies are renegotiating vendor contracts and even considering selective price increases to manage the impact. So from an investor's point of view, this could cause short-term margin and liquidity pressure, but not a long-term demand risk. So
But
we
Ashutosh,
can
now in
just
this
wait and watch
news,
for the time being.
see now, I will say this news is good. Okay, fine, no issues in that. But now, as a financial analyst or an equity analyst, you should talk about some data points. अगर इसमें कुछ भी data points नहीं है, if there's no data points in this, probably this news is just a general knowledge. I don't have to do anything with the news. Okay. I said there is a GST impact, but I said that no, the UP. So how did I say that plant and they might need to relocate their plant to other cities, which will lead to an increase in capex. So increase in capex. So मेरे data point नहीं था. There was a capex of 400 crores, which is Dabur is doing. The data points था मेरे पास. When you say some kind of thing, I agree totally. It is a good news to have as an analyst. You should have this news, but if it doesn't have any data points, margin improve, margin will decline, etc. So there's no point talking about it.
So can
The
we
point.
say that Dabur's net profit will decline by 5.55%, as he said that 1 billion. So annually, it sits around 18,000 million, and this 1 billion, which they are saying that they might hit, so it accounts for 5.55 percentage to the net profit it is currently having. So can we say that it counts at data point?
And no, you cannot forecast. You have to just talk about what is going to increase and what is going to decrease margins because of that impact. Net profit, how will you say your net profit will decrease? Net profit में कितने सारे components हैं?
तो फिर
So
सर
many
क्या
components हैं
डिक्रीज
net profit.
कॉस्ट जो वो 100 करोड़ का अमाउंट है वो हम कैसे उसको डेटा पॉइंट में कन्वर्ट करेंगे?
It will lead to increase your depreciation. That's it.
नहीं वो तो
तुम
सर जो
तुमको model
400 करोड़ का वो लोग कैपेक्स कर रहे हैं वो मैं बात कर रहा हूँ
हाँ
जो अभी इसने बोला कि किसी ने अभी बोला कि 1 बिलियन का लॉस वो लोग मतलब वो लोग एस्टिमेट कर रहे हैं दैट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस जीएसटी स्ट्रक्चर वेयर दे आर चार्जिंग 5% बट दे हैव टू पे 18%, उसकी वजह से उनको 1 बिलियन रुपीस का लॉस एस्टिमेट कर रहे हैं वो लोग.
हाँ
So how
हाँ
can we say that in
तो बस
data
1
point?
billion का loss. No, it will reduce the profit. That's it.
तो उसको
100
हम
crore
लोग
का loss.
मार्जिन में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं क्या, कितना परसेंट मार्जिन है उसका एंड दैट?
वो तो मॉडल में डालोगे तब होगा ना. That's why you
नहीं
should
वो
have
हम
your
लोग
model
एक्सप्लेन कर
details.
सकते हैं क्या कि अभी जो नेट प्रॉफिट है उसमें अगर 100 लॉस होगा तो कितना परसेंट होगा उसका?
तो वो मॉडल दिखाना होता है, बताना नहीं होता. कि
ओके
सर
सर.
देखो मेरे पास मॉडल है, मैं एस्टिमेट कर रहा हूँ, तो यहाँ पे एस्टिमेट करो तो $100 इम्पैक्ट, 100
पर
crore
सर
इम्पैक्ट.
ऐसा अननेसेसरी कॉम्प्लिकेट क्यों करना है? 100 करोड़ है तो
हाँ
100
हाँ वही
बोल दो ना.
वही तो दैट्स व्हाट सही. कॉम्प्लिकेट क्यों करना है? तो शुभम, कैरी ऑन विथ योर न्यूज़ अबाउट
सर मेरा भी
डाबर एंड
न्यूज
सनी.
yes
हाँ
same ही न्यूज़ था. so my news is regarding the same thing. It's is that this GST structure of 2.0, it has basically reduced the tax to the final output of FMCG companies to 5% from later it was 18 to 12%, now it's 5%. So they are charging 5% on the final product, but on the input cost and advertisement which they require to deliver the final product they have to pay 18%. So because of that they are currently facing losses if they do not increase the price of the final output. So Dabur has estimated 1 billion loss on its profit and loss statement because of this, and also Tata Consumer and Britannia are concerned about this. And another thing of this structure is that the tax-free zones which they used to have and the fiscal benefits which they used to give to the companies if they set up in particular state like Himachal Pradesh and Assam, so now it may expire because of GST 2.0. So the later before this Dabur was having a plant in Tezpur which is in Assam. So now they are planning to invest in Tamil Nadu, building 4 billion rupees plant. So it may increase its capex, and we can see increase in depreciation because of that. And also Britannia is expanding in states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. So together this change in the structure of fiscal benefit and the change in the final output cost, uh, FMCG sector companies, we can see squeeze in margins in FMCG sector companies.
But this is plant increase. This is one time, no? The GST. Sorry, not. Uh, the one about you were talking about the plant expansion. So it will squeeze the margin
So your voice
in
is
the coming future. Correct?
lagging.
वही था क्वेश्चन है कि how much?
सर आपका आवाज कट हो रहा था.
अभी आ रहा है?
हाँ आ रहा है.
Is it audible now?
Yes,
No,
sir.
we're saying that, okay, obviously, this will lead to the reduction in margins for in the coming future, but it is because of the depreciation. Which margins it will lead to decrease in your EBIT margin.
EBIT margins.
But now when you say that, the cost, FMCG are losing its key cost advantage, made it probably it will EBITDA में कोई problem नहीं होगा.
So EBITDA
और
में
वो
इशू
plant
होगा
का
ना, ये
change
जो
है.
वो लोग का जो ये 5% एंड 18% का जो वो डिफरेंस आ रहा है, तो उसकी वजह से तो ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट से ही चालू हो जाएगा
वो तो
ना.
वन टाइम है ना, और वो तो वन टाइम है ना.
नहीं सर, मतलब
नहीं सर, वन टाइम नहीं
आपका
है.
क्या
अभी
जाएगा?
जो वो लोग जो रॉ
उनका ईयर
मटेरियल
ऑन ईयर जो है वर्किंग कैपिटल में पैसा ज्यादा से ज्यादा फंसता ही जाएगा. जितना ज्यादा सेल्स करेंगे उतना ज्यादा
हाँ
वर्किंग
सर,
कैपिटल में पैसा फंसेगा.
हाँ कॉज
सर वो
वो
जब तक गवर्नमेंट न्यू
Guys,
प्रपोजल नहीं लाता ना तब तक है.
so how is working capital impacting your margins? ये बता पाएगा?
सर बिकॉज एडवर्टाइजमेंट कॉस्ट एंड जो इनपुट कॉस्ट है वो जो सबसे पहले तो इनपुट कॉस्ट है COGS है, जिसमें जो भी रॉ मटेरियल इंक्लूड होता है, उसमें अगर ज्यादा टैक्स भरेंगे एंड कम टैक्स है वो कर लेंगे, सो ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट जो है वो कम हो जाएगा ना.
सर हम FCFF में जब करेंगे ना तो उसमें वर्किंग कैपिटल इम्पैक्ट होगा. ऐसे मार्जिन्स में तो मेरे को नहीं लगता कुछ होगा.
Margins paying. Correct. There is no impact on the margins. The input tax credit, तो it is one of the part. कि अभी तो तुम बताओ सेल्स बढ़ना चाहिए या कॉस्ट बढ़ना चाहिए, कॉस्ट कम होना चाहिए. व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट? तुम्हारा अगर GST कम करने से कॉस्ट बढ़ रहा है तो तुमको इनपुट क्रेडिट की क्या जरूरत है? ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत इश्यूज होगा स्टार्टिंग वो वही उसने 100 करोड़ का अमाउंट वही बोला है. दैट इज द इम्पैक्ट दैट इट विल हैव. सो इट इज अ वन टाइम इम्पैक्ट. ओके फाइन. सो सम ऑफ द कॉम्प्लिकेटेड थिंग्स, तो हम इस पे फोकस नहीं करते. हमको देखो, मैं कितने बार बोला है तुमको, फोकस्ड ऑन सेल्स. तुम क्यों कॉस्ट के पीछे जाते हो? आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड. व्हाई डू यू गाइस अगेन एंड अगेन टॉक अबाउट कॉस्ट सो मच? कोई सुनने वाला है नहीं तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू में. तुमको खुद को नहीं पता इम्पैक्ट क्या होने वाला है. पहली बात तो ये न्यूज लेने ही नहीं चाहिए कॉस्ट इम्पैक्ट वाले. तुम जाके इंटरव्यू में पूछो, वो आई विल टेल एज एन एनालिस्ट, दे विल आस्क यू टेल मी द इम्पैक्ट. What is the impact of input tax or input credit? How much input credit they get? How much input you are paying? फिर हो गया. Unnecessarily complicating things. I don't see. This is a general knowledge you should have. You should also understand that, okay, in the future there will be an impact on the margins. Both, if you have to go and ask the management these are questions, that what is the impact? How much will be the tax impact? Don't assume कि इतना होगा, कम होगा, ज़्यादा होगा. Again, I'm saying, the more you focus on cost, the less your chances of clearing an interview. The more and more you focus on revenue, how is the revenue increasing? इसी पे होता है focus.
सर
Entire
इसमें
focus.
रेवेन्यू में हम
Now,
लोग
just
ये
because FMCG, there was a news about FMCG.
सर इसमें रेवेन्यू में हम लोग ये
Just because of
कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं
FMCG,
ना कि
there was a news.
जो भी कंपनी है वो अपना जो लोग ये जो कंपनीज बोल रहे हैं कि वी मे इंक्रीज द प्राइस ऑफ द फाइनल आउटपुट, तो जो अपने फाइनल आउटपुट का प्राइस इंक्रीज करेगा उसके सेल्स में हम लोग रिडक्शन देख सकते हैं इन फ्यूचर.
सभी करेंगे तो नहीं होगा ना.
हाँ
सभी
सभी
करेंगे
करेंगे
तो
तो
कैसे
नहीं होगा,
होगा?
बट
सभी
इफ
करेंगे तो कैसे?
इफ जैसे नेस्ले ने अपने मैगी पे नहीं किया बट टाटा कंज्यूमर ने किया है, सो वी कैन सी दैट उसके वो वाले प्रोडक्ट्स है वो compete नहीं कर पाएंगे मार्केट में.
As per industry, what happened, if they are not doing it now, probably they have to do it in some months, because if they increase the prices, they will impact on their margins. Britannia, or a company like Nestle, that you sell on a cheaper cost and get an impact on their margins. But this company profitability is also that much important as the sales are. So yes, sir, these all things can be good in companies like startups, Swiggy, Zomato. If they do, that's totally fine. But if it's a large cap company, investors will not like that. They are just to increase your sales. Now, you guys, you think the market share of Maggie is 90% in India. Do you think you 100% हो जाएगा?
No,
People
sir.
will stop. People will only eat Maggie. No.
No,
So
no, sir.
even if Maggie doesn't, even if Nestle doesn't, increase the cost, probably it will not impact their sales. It will impact their margins unnecessarily. But Tata has done it. Nestle will also do it. See, after a few months, you will get a news that Nestle has also increased the price. Okay. Yeah, Kaustubh, can you say something?
Yeah, sir. I just wanted to present the news because I feel like because you were talking about FMCG, it's not related. So I just, queued in line.
Acha, okay, fine. So guys, okay, Satiran, will you talk with your Yamaha news?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yamaha Motor India enters into two-wheeler market with its launch of Aerox E and 𝗖𝗹𝗹. The company plans to introduce 10 new models in India by the end of 2026, spanning both electric and petrol-powered categories. The lineup will also include more than 20 model updates. The first EV is expected to hit showroom by Q4 FY26. The company also introduced two new IC models, expiry_155 and FMCG to reinforce its presence in 150cc and premium motor segments. Yamaha Motor India said that its approach on EV market will remain both premium and performance focused, reflecting global DNA.
Satiran, as I've told you again, it should not be a presentation. It should be a conversation.
Yes, sir. But
It looks
understood.
like you are reading. It looks like you are reading.
Yes,
You
sir,
have written it very good. I'm not saying about writing. Writing is totally fine. But it is like you are not, in your zone of interacting.
Yes,
You're
sir,
like
yes.
just like because it's something you have to present. You are little cautious. Presenting also is good. I'm not saying there's any problem with the presentation. But see, there is a minute line between a presentation and a conversation.
Yes, sir.
Because it feels like, when I also said the same news at the start. Now, how I started.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Mahindra is launching a new EVs. Now, why they are launching? Because I see that, sir, there is a demand in the EV industry. Now, you have written the company, sir. The company plans to launch 10 new models. Stop, which are into both electric and petrol powered. Correct.
Yes,
They
sir.
also
Yes,
the
sir.
lineup also includes 20 new model updates.
Yes,
So,
sir.
So the first EV. So now let's talk about EV. This our first EV is expected to launch in Q4 FY26, and that EV will remain in the premium and performance focus range. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So then about the internal combustion. So internal combustion, they are launching XR155 and FCRAVE, which is into the 150cc premium motorcycle category.
Yes, sir.
And so with this, they are expected to increase their market share to 30% in FY30. It was written over here somewhere. Till FY30, currently they have a market share of 4%. So why are you, clubbing all those things? It
Yes, sir.
helps,
Understood.
and it helps a lot in your interviews.
Yes, sir.
Because see, if it was presenting, you and let's say rest of the others will present in the same manner. Then how are you different from others? Correct. You always,
Yes, sir.
even in the
Sir,
class, now out of the 40 students, you need to be different.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Since I have not
This is what
spoken up
you
for
should
a
work on.
long time, sir, I'm just that's the issue, sir. I have not spoken English for a very long time, so now only I got used to the presentation. In coming days, I will improve.
Great. So that's what I'm just saying. Improve. It should always be a conversation. It should not be something. I should not feel like you are reading something. I should not feel.
Yes, sir.
If I am, let's say, Akiran, when you meet your friends, do you talk in this way in the presentation format? Let's say if you have to tell this news to your friend, how will you tell it?
Yeah,
In English.
in the form of story format.
In a very casual manner, and in a
Yeah,
casual
yeah.
manner. It
Yeah.
should not be something like a very presentable
Formal.
manner.
Yeah.
It should not be a formal manner. It should be a present conversation manner. Because
Yes.
even nowadays, what I see in the IVs is that when you present in a formal manner, people get bored because this is just a news. No? I will say IBs, in IBs, investment banking, presentation has no meaning if it's not a conversation. Because when you go for a meeting with a fund manager, okay, with an experienced guy, see, I know about the markets. I know what is happening in the markets. I just want you to talk with me because it is about interaction. I need to get a sense that okay, Satiran is my good friend. If I ask him anything, he has the answer.
Yes.
It should not be something like I'm listening, and I'm not interacting. I should have questions after that. Or you should ask, sir, do you have any questions?
Yes, sure.
Okay. And more here, see, here there are a lot of data about, here we talk about who are the current leaders, the Ola Electric, TVS Motor are the current leaders. And the segment is witnessing a strong driven by government incentives, rising consumer upside in the urban market. The same thing that I told.
Yes, sir.
Why they are launching? Always have a question, why? Why are they launching? Okay.
Yes,
Try it. So we'll where every day when you speak, you will understand how to converse. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. No, you have presented it very well. No issues in that. Writing is also well, but you would have written more things.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Anurag, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, sir. Hi. Good morning, everyone. So there was a news on Yamaha, and I've also collected a few data points on other companies in this space as well. So I've clubbed it and I've written my newsletter.
Okay.
So what are we seeing is that two-wheeler industry has grown at a modest 2% CAGR over the past 3 years. And within the two-wheeler industries, the scooters category has been the fastest growing category, and it has grown at a 6% CAGR. And the premium scooter category has witnessed a robust growth of 11%. So we can see that the consumers are preferring premium products, and in order to kind of gain market share and grow, there are three companies who have launched products in this space in this year 2025. So recently, Yamaha has launched plans to launch 10 products out of 10 products to increase its market share from 17% in the 150cc segment to 25% by 2030. Currently, it has Aerox 155, which is the most expensive scooter, priced at 1.5 lakh. Going ahead, it is going to launch two new scooters in the electric space, and those scooters will be launched in the premium segment, named as Aerox E and EC06. Similarly, TVS has also launched a premium scooter called NTORQ 150. It already has NTORQ 125. It is extending NTORQ into 150, and that is available at a price of 1.1 lakh. And lastly, even Hero launched a premium scooter called Zoom 160, uh, uh, which is priced somewhere in between NTORQ and Aerox. So we can see that OEMs are now moving to the premium scooter category in order to cater to the changing consumer preference.
Okay, good one. Guys, I know scooter segment is now moving towards the 150cc segment. Now, obviously, this is a premium one. 1.5 lakh की scooters आती है. So it's a thing that everyone is trying to move. Now, Yamaha is not doing that. Yamaha is coming up with a electric two-wheeler. These are 150cc. These are the scooters which are into high-end CCs. Now, what I feel as an analyst or as a journalist is that since we were talking about the scooter segment is turning towards EV, if you want to buy a scooter now, probably you will buy someone with an high CC, because obviously if you want to buy a 100cc scooter, you might prefer an electric one. The same trend, you know, that we saw in the cars. People want a premium car. Since they don't care about the mileage anymore. The people who buy 150cc bike scooters, they don't care about the mileage. And the people who care about the mileage will not buy 100cc. It's because the electric vehicle, electric scooter is much more feasible. So good news, guys. Have a look at it. This 150cc segment is growing in India. The scooter segment, not the bike segment. This is the first time that this kind of scooter segment is having a traction. Aprilia, the Vespa brand, they had launched a 160cc scooters. I think I remember 10 years back. At that time, no one purchased it. They're like a 160cc. Who will drive 160cc scooter? People are preferring bikes, but now the trend is shifting. Keep an eye on this trend. Okay, keep an eye on the entire 150 sales number. Bajaj, I think, Bajaj doesn't have anything in 150cc scooters.
No, sir, no. So Bajaj का
Yeah,
सिर्फ
Bajaj
चेतक ही, and वो भी sir वो ना all the
TVS.
scooters are priced above 1 lakh, electric scooters. And what is happening is, as we've seen yesterday, there was an article that all OEMs are focusing on below 1 lakh category. जो वीडा है हीरो का and Ather का भी जो रिजता है, they've launched that BAAS and everyone wants to make it affordable. But Bajaj उनके con call में भी बोला कि they are focusing on rupees above rupees 1 lakh electric scooters.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Kaustubh.
Sir,
Go with any.
I have a small doubt.
Yeah.
So, sir, I was breaking up revenue for the chalet hotels and lemon tree hotels. सर chalet hotels में क्या है कि उनके पास 4-5 सेगमेंट है. एक तो सर हो गया वो रेंटल रेवेन्यू वाला, एक हो गया सर वो रेसिडेंशियल हो गया, एक फूड एंड बेवरेज हो गया, और एक वो होटल हॉस्पिटैलिटी हो गया. बट सर जब मैं लेमन ट्री का कर रहा था तो उनके पास सर वैसा कोई सेगमेंट नहीं है. उनके पास सर ये है मतलब होटल सर्विसेज ही में सर डिफरेंट ऑपरेटर्स हैं उनके पास. जितना रेवेन्यू आ रहा है सर उसका ब्रेकअप है, उस चीज का रेवेन्यू सेगमेंट है उनके पास. तो सर इसको फिर कैसे करना, मतलब अगर हम दोनों कंपनी करेंगे, एक का तो एकदम डिफरेंट हो गया, एक का फिर और डिफरेंट हो जाएगा.
So you have to find what is the room revenue for lemon
हाँ
hotels.
सर वो तो निकल जाएगा, बट सर फिर वही उसमें फूड एंड बेवरेज का कोई अमाउंट कहीं पे मेंशन है नहीं.
नहीं क्या है अभी हमको ना एज एन एनालिस्ट वी डोंट हैव टू टॉक अबाउट स्मॉलर कि फूड एंड बेवरेज इज स्मॉलर पोर्शन ऑफ द एंटायर रेवेन्यू. उसका डेटा नहीं मिला तो भी चल जाएगा.
तो सर लेमन ट्री में जैसे क्या है कि हमारे पास डायरेक्ट बुकिंग्स कितनी आ रही है, ऑनलाइन बुकिंग कितनी आ रही है, कॉर्पोरेट ट्रैवल्स से कितने आ रहे हैं, तो सर उसका डेटा है, मतलब उसका ब्रेकअप है रेवेन्यू में, तो सर वो इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं. मतलब सर अगर
वो है डेटा तो इफ यू हैव अ डेटा इज अ गुड साइन. इवन इसका भी है ना, ताज का भी कल था, मैं देख रहा था ताज केस में भी था कहाँ से आ रहे बुकिंग्स, लीजिए बुकिंग.
हाँ सर वो भी उसमें मेंशन था कि हाँ कॉर्पोरेट बुकिंग कितनी है, ऑनलाइन बुकिंग कितनी है, सर उसका सेगमेंट है. सर ताज में सर ये भी है कि मतलब उनका 4-5 ब्रांड है, तो उसका भी उन्होंने वो किया हुआ है, ब्रेकअप किया हुआ है. एक ताज सेट्स करके है वो जो एयरलाइंस में फूड प्रोवाइड करता है, तो उसका उन्होंने दिया हुआ है रेवेन्यू. और फिर बाकी जो रिजॉर्ट्स एंड ऑल है उनका रेवेन्यू दिया हुआ है, और बाकी जो सर मिड प्रीमियम होटल्स है उनका रेवेन्यू है.
करेक्ट. सर हमारा फोकस इसी पे होना चाहिए, रूम रेंट पे कितना रूम रेवेन्यू आता है, बिकॉज दैट इज द ओनली थिंग दैट कैन बी कंपीटेड. मतलब अगर आपको कंपेयर करना है, ओनली दोस थिंग्स कैन बी कंपेयर्ड, अदर थिंग्स कैन नॉट.
ओके तो सर मतलब ऐसा अगर रेवेन्यू ब्रेकअप करे तो सर तीनों का अलग अलग होगा, बट एक कॉमन जो क्राइटेरिया है वो रहना चाहिए तीनों में.
करेक्ट.
ठीक है.
लेट्स से एग्जांपल बजाज टीवीएस एंड हीरो में अलग अलग सेगमेंट्स के बाइक्स है, सो यू कैन नॉट कंपेयर द रेवेन्यूज, बट व्हाट यू कैन कंपेयर ना 150 सेगमेंट्स, टीवीएस कितना बेच रहा है, हीरो कितना बेच रहा है, बजाज कितना. And that's why I just now mentioned that I know Bajaj is not into 150 segment bikes, scooters, but TVS and Hero are.
Scooters. ठीक है सर. ओके सर.
Hey Kaustubh.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, hello everyone. My news is actually about Grow, but the paper was mentioning that their IPO is going to be a muted list, but I was checking it as the lecture was continuing, so it has been listed on a great premium. So I just wanted to, speak about the business, because in the evening lecture, I did some IPO analysis of it and I presented the revenue model, the percentage and all that. So they are expecting a muted listing. So this was before it was actually listed, but it was listed at a good premium. And the analyst view is that they remain bullish for like 2 to 3 years. Because despite this sentiment, Grow's customer base is around 8 million. And there is also rising digital participation in the Indian economy. There is a higher amount of cross-selling potential in mutual funds, insurance, and broking. And I feel like Grow is now really targeting the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, which can become a new growth lever for them. And their competition is majorly Zerodha, Angel One, Upstock, and Dhan, because they have pressure with pricing and margins. And I feel like the important thing for Grow will be if they are able to, diversify the revenue mix beyond just broking fees. That will really help them. So like, because all of these stocks, broking and fintech stocks are still very sensitive to market volumes and policy changes and the repo rate and all of those rate moves. And I feel like we can, see some kind of momentum in 2 to 3 years in this entire sector.
Yeah, so probably, Grow, it is a good analysis, Kaustubh, but we have to always talk in numbers. It is okay
Yeah,
to
sir.
do, but yeah, since we don't have numbers on the Grow,
Sir,
what we can track is
in the
uh,
evening call, I did some IP analysis. So I think the guys who are with me know the number, and based on that numbers, I have done this. So I've made this
okay.
sheet where gross revenue maybe 80%, 85% comes from broking. So it is very saturated,
Mm,
very single. And 2 years ago,
mm.
almost 90% of the revenue was from broking and broking fees. And in previous years, it was a loss-making company. So I feel like that's why I said they need to diversify. And all of these analysts are saying they need to diversify. And they also said that they are increasing the customer base, and it's like around 8 million currently. And they are expanding to tier 2 and tier 3 cities. And their CAGR is around 25 to 30%. So I feel like I've not included a lot of data in this because I made this,
Mhm.
wrote this based on also of the data sheet from which I've taken on the IPO analysis report which was published.
So now these all companies, I will say Grow, Angel One, Zerodha, they only perform when the market is performing. And the market
Yeah,
is
sir.
down, all these companies don't perform. So it's a cycle. So
Exactly.
now the major game of these players are only having active users. Demat account opening regained space in October. Total count to at 210 million. New additions hit 3 million only for the second time this year. So this is where you should track. Now, for tracking those all companies is just about tracking how many people are opening the Demat account and who is having the highest share. Ajita, it was there in the news, so I opened this since we were talking about growth. Good one, but also
Okay.
try to write a newsletter that you can track on a daily basis. Means an
Yeah, sir.
industry. Because this all news, what happened? You have written it now. It is good. Now keep it with you. Don't now. What is the purpose of again sending the news? Is that when you go for interviews, you should go through your newsletters again, and you should be able to link all those things with your research after 2 months. अच्छा हाँ मैंने तभी पढ़ा था देखो अभी ऐसा हुआ है तब मैंने ये लिखा था तब निफ्टी was at this level today is at this level the stock was at that level today is at this level so that is why I tell you to write the nifty and the stock price and when two three
So,
down
so
months
should I
down
make some Excel sheet or should I make a Word file where I, write this date, this is what I wrote, and this date, this is
that
what
is
I.
why I say this is why I say send on WhatsApp so you don't have to prepare all these things obviously you'll get the
Yeah,
date
sir.
on WhatsApp why you have to spend time doing that so when you write on WhatsApp you have the date you have the nifty of that day so every time you don't have to put the date and all that is easy okay
Got it, sir.
so yeah so always focus on stock specific I always tell focus on stock specific and stocks that have competitors because now when Grow is growing you also need to know about angel one you also need to know about Zerodha but Zerodha is not listed you will not get the data for Zerodha then you will say sir
Yeah.
Zerodha is not a listed player how will I get the data then I will say why are you even tracking it I mean, it is saying that you are tracking Jaguar India, the luxury market, and you are saying, sir, because BMW and Mercedes are not listed, I cannot tell that they are competitors. Is it how you talk about? Okay, so that
Yes.
is what. Okay, so news should be related to your industry. Will be beneficial. Or else it is like you wrote all these things now. What is the use of this? And it is good. I'm not saying it is bad. You write it for your own. Okay. Reading is always
Yeah,
good. I'm
sir.
not saying that it is not good. Fine. Okay. Okay, Rishabh, anything on Maruti again? The same news? Anything to add on?
Yes, yes, sir. So as yesterday we had discussed how auto sector couldn't reach consensus on KF3 norms. Most
Traffic.
automaker had opposed, and yeah, Maruti was seen most at the risk. Surprisingly, today we see there's a complete shift in tone. Maruti's chairman 𝗠cie𝗵𝗵 has publicly supported KF framework, calling it right for the country. He said not only small and light cars, but even large and premium vehicles should be brought under this efficiency norms. So this is important because it changes how industry looks at the regulations. Instead of asking for exemptions, Maruti is now backing on uniform rules for all players. So yesterday I had said that 4 car makers had supported. So the names are out: Hyundai, Toyota, Honda, and Maruti. These combined give output of 63%. So as the 63% of car makers are in favor, so there's a high possibility that these norms may get implemented. From market view, yeah, this reduces uncertainty about the policy direction, but also improves the. It does not improve the fundamentals yet, because Maruti is still at risk, and it has not given the data how it's gonna come out of it and how it's gonna maintain the required limits. So overall, the message is like policy clarity is improving, but financial risk for all small car makers like Maruti continues in medium term.
So, no, Rishabh, they are into hybrids. So what I feel is just do a research on, is that hybrid car helps in reducing the cafe norms? I'm not sure whether it does, but the industry that I'm looking at, or the news that are flowing out from last so many months, why why is Maruti more focused on hybrid? Probably this might be one of the reasons. Just check out, and I am not sure about it, but just check out that is that hybrid vehicles be exempt from this cafe norm, because they are
Uh,
coming with Wagoner hybrid, Swift hybrid. So these two models now, I suggest that they will stop selling in the normal petrol one. I feel that, and the
yes,
norms
sir.
are out,
Sir,
they will stop now.
yeah,
Sorry.
hybrid cars actually would reduce the emission and fulfill the requirement, as there would be combination of electric and petrol.
Petrol.
So the electric output of emission of fuel will be very less compared to petrol. So yes, definitely this would work out, but the cost will
So
be
I thought
higher.
so. But that's fine. If you don't have car in that range, now let's say comparison of Wagoner was your i10. Okay. Now i10 becomes costlier for Hyundai. Now, why will people buy so why would Hyundai sell it? They'll say rather than buying an expensive petrol car, I will buy an expensive hybrid car. It will at least save on my
So
pockets.
my point is like, sir, if the low range car becomes expensive, people would prefer to pay a little bit more and buy a SUV or a
Correct.
mid range car. So this would
Mid-range car.
definitely hit Maruti badly.
No, but Maruti has now premium range. They have premium cars. They have all in the
But
range. Now they have all the cars.
that's under 45% of their total revenue.
So now they will. So what I'm saying, they will shift their revenue, which is like 60%, completely to hybrid. This is what I think they will do. Because
Okay.
if you look at the lineup from Maruti, all are into hybrid. And when a Wagoner hybrid is launched, probably they will stop the petrol version. If a Swift hybrid are off, they will off the. So this segment is gone. So can I say these are now premium segments? And there's
Yes.
hardly. So now what happened? Now you are talking from a volume terms of point. Now just talk from a revenue point of view. Selling one Vitara Brezza is like selling 10 is like selling 4 Altos, 2 Altos, 2 or 3 Altos. So what is preferred? Volume is
Selling
or the price?
Price matters, but there's a high level of competition in this premium ranges, and I don't think so Maruti has a great market leadership in this.
That too will time will tell, who is doing good. But I was just talking on the small vehicle. The small vehicle shift, it will not impact Maruti because they are already into. No, it will impact obviously, but now they have already done something to help those norms, cater those norms, and this hybrid is one of the options because no, Toyota doesn't have. Sorry, Hyundai doesn't have. Tata doesn't have the hybrid car. So forget. So think about these companies. Means अगर तुमको एक वैगनर लेनी है 10 लाख की गाड़ी and you don't have any cars in that range, so what will you do?
So, but there are EVs under this range.
So Maruti is also coming with an EV. Oh, they are coming out with
Maruti
a
is not
Wagoner
coming
EV.
with EV.
He said that they are
Fully
coming
EV,
out with a
sir.
Wagoner EV. Fully EV. Wagoner EV. Yeah. Hey, matlab, it is launched. So I have seen, because I'm tracking Maruti from last 10 years. So I know what is happening in that. And I will not say I'm biased about it, but the things that I see around, it's like EVs. Okay, I will say that they were back on EVs. That they were not launching EVs. Now see, now there will be an aggressive launches of EVs. Wagoner was one of it. There was a recent news about it. Maruti launching an e-Wagoner, the cheapest Wagoner ever. Even, so I will say the industry will move. If you want to buy a small car, it will be an EV. If you want to buy a big car, it will be an hybrid.
Yes, sir.
Petrol is like luxury segment now. It will come into luxury. You directly buy an SUV. Just keep an eye on this. So we have to keep an eye what happens. Obviously, in 1-2 years will be bad for the company.
Since you have taken Maruti, may I know the reason why Maruti launches its EV vehicle too late? Because other competitors like Tata and other launched EV vehicles way ahead, and Maruti not yet launched the EV. So what might be the reason? And does it impact their revenue?
Now, only Tata had launched EVs. Hyundai was not launching. Mahindra had, but it was into the premium range. So there was hardly any EVs launched by companies. There was only Tata who was doing this. So I will say Tata was a startup company in EVs doing trial and error. You don't see success for Tata. You see Tata cars on the road, but they are not making profits on it. That is why Maruti didn't do it. They want to maintain their profitability as well. Because I was telling, the EVs is not a practical in India currently. It's not practical.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. You are in the line now. Okay, Bobby. Yeah, Bobby.
Yes, so I'll be talking about the beer market. So basically, every year, 25 million young Indians enter the drinking age. At the same time, 50% of the families are becoming nuclear. So this is one of the reasons why the beer demand would increase. At the same time, the beer consumption accounts to for a like the 10% of the total liquor consumption. So it had a growth of 7% year on year for the first half of this calendar year. And in this market, UBL currently holds half of the Indian beer market, followed by AB InBev and Carlsberg. So in order to cater to this rising demand, UBL can leverage uh, its nationwide footprint with over 30 breweries across all the key states, and it has its strong product line in Kingfisher Strong, which has the most number of units sold with a price range of around 150 to 170. It depends on city wise. Uh, per 60 in 65 ml bottle. At the same time, it's competing with Carlsberg's Tuborg with a range of 110 to 140, and AB InBev's Budweiser Magnum Strong with 130 rupees to 160 rupees. So, like, I just saw data where from 2020 to 2025, Kingfisher Strong has maintained a dominant position in India with a market share of around in the strong beer market segment with a market share of 35 to 40%, owing to the brand legacy, aggressive marketing, and the cultural preference for stronger beer, and its extensive distribution. So that's my news from mine.
So Bhavin, the beer sector, probably Kingfisher has the upper hand. There is no company behind it. But now there are players who are coming up in the beer market, and you see a lot of competitions in this market. So I'm not sure whether which company is listed in this in the beer market, or maybe the Radico Khaitan and United Spirits. They are basically into making alcohol spirits. They are not into
Yes.
beers, but Allied Beverages is the one I think they are coming into beers, beer and the gin and the cocktail bar. So in India, I would say the gin market and the beer market is growing. The companies who are focusing on this products, we need to focus on that. Or else, this news is like a market leader news that Kingfisher is a top leader and it will grow. So fine, I know it will grow. It's like that. And you see some.
Okay,
So
so
now
it
what
should be.
Kingfisher is doing extra? Sorry.
So I should concentrate when it's a market leader. I should concentrate more on the competitors also as to
Competitors.
what's
Yes.
differentiating Kingfisher.
What is differentiating Kingfisher, or else who is competing Kingfisher? Any listed player? I think there are no listed players who are competing. As you mentioned, Carlsberg, Tuborg, and
But the InBev's
InBev.
Budweiser, uska distribution will be done by Varun Beverages. So
okay. Good. Good one.
So that's the link, but I have to
You can link this. Good one. If it's that if Varun Beverages is selling InBev, I think recently the Budweiser has been out of stock.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's been we were looking in the last few months. The Budweiser stock is out of stock. Budweiser is out of stock. So InBev, okay, you can have a look at it. InBev, Carlsberg also, who is selling that, who is distributing in India. But Varun Beverages have done it, so they are also thinking that the market is growing. So Kingfisher and Varun Beverages are probably the one to look at.
Yes. So that's the reason I'll try to link it
Good
more
one.
with Varun Beverages. No worries.
Yeah. And always any news it is, you also have to link with its competitors. And what are they doing?
Works. I'll see that more. I'll check that more.
Yeah. Yeah, Darshi.
Yes, sir.
Darshi.
My news is on Torrent Power. So Torrent Power is nearly jumped from the 50% consolidated net profit from 741 crore in the September quarter. Is the higher revenue from its generating business, and there is higher income from particularly from LNG based and CNG based units. So this profit is came particularly from LNG and gas based unit, and from that only that revenue from transmission and distribution also declined. That is 6,000 something 6,000 crore, down from 6,500 crore. So this decline is from low demand and reduced tariff in this segment.
Okay. Darshi, see now, since you are citing it for the first few days only, we don't track the sector which we don't understand. Example, power, you told about power sector. Now in power sector, if I ask you, who buys power from Torrent Power? Who are the customers?
Majorly other companies or
Which companies? Which sector is it that involved? What is the price that they buy from? What is the difference between Torrent Power, Tata Power, and Adani Power? What is the difference between their power? So this all question comes in at the time of interview. You have to always talk about the value chain, that how it is made, what is the cost required, how it is to whom it is sold, and at what price it is sold, and what is the difference between company's product and its competitor. we have again shared the newsletter tips in your in the group. You have to follow those, because if you don't
Okay.
follow that, the problem is that when you go for interviews and you tell that I am tracking a sector, and if you say that I have written a news on Torrent Power, he will unnecessarily screw you. Unnecessarily.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
today, if I tell you, about Maruti, you know what cars are, what premium cars are, what are small cars, as we were talking about. You know how I and Rishabh were talking about what the premium cars are, the hybrids are different, the CNG is different, premium models are different. Can you say something like in Torrent Power?
No, no.
So that is the problem. So always try to find a news which is related to a much easier sector rather
Okay.
than taking a difficult sector. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Writing is fine. Say I'm not.
Sir, your voice
You have
is
right,
not.
but why to spend time? You have read it good. Guys, we'll take a last news and a full after that. Yeah, Aditya, are you there? Hello, Aditya, you there?
Yeah, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, one small update on rural demand, which is expected to sustain its momentum. So recently we came across that rural unemployment rate had declined by 400 BPS in Q2, and self-employment in rural areas had also increased by 210 basis point, which highlighted increased agricultural activities. Now there's an update that rabi crops, there has been 27.2% increase in sowing of rabi crops, and this has been due to the normal harvesting of kharif crops. And these factors are suggesting that rural demand may sustain for the near future due to increased income. Hello.
There as well. Yesterday, the rural demand is increasing and the rural income is increasing because of good rabi
So
season, good
your
kharif
voice
season,
is lagging.
rabi season, and pre-rabi sowing. It was there yesterday.
Hello.
Hello, am I audible now? Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I was saying that this news was told yesterday by one of the candidate that
Yeah,
the rural income is
unemployment
increasing.
rate and that was yesterday's news. So today there's an update of rabi crops which has come as a follow-up of that.
Okay, okay.
Because unemployment and self-employment increase, and also Manarega data that was about Q2, what was happened in Q2, and now there's news about rabi crops, which is for the period after Q2, which suggests a
Yeah, so
sustained momentum in rural areas.
You said 27% increase in rabi sowing.
Yeah.
That is great. That is a good news too. Guys, this is actually a good news. 27%. They have also met 13 million hectares. Okay. 13 million hectares is currently the sowing is done under all the crops. So it's a good news, and we are expecting a normal harvest. Probably, the winters are quite harsh this year. It is expected to be quite harsh. I can see that in cities, probably in Delhi and Pune, the winters is quite harsh now. But okay, it is good for the crops because these crops are they require winter season. Rabi crops usually are the winter season crop. So probably because of, so I will say what happened because of winter. Can I say that guys, personally, we eat more? Am I right?
Sir, your
In
voice is
winter,
little lagging.
probably we.
Can you speak again?
Hello, hello.
Hi, yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I was saying that in winter, usually we eat more. And if there is a harsh winter, probably, our appetite increases in this winter. So if assume that if the winters are quite harsh in India, probably our eating habits will increase, and this will lead to increase in the prices of the vehicles, prices of the crops. So have a look at this demand. I always look at the climate of India. Sorry, guys. Guys, sorry, there is some problem in the internet. Okay, we'll stop here. Praful, you had some question. I'm not sure I'm audible or not. Yeah.
Sir, actually, I have prepared a financial model on TCPL. Still is pending the valuation and forecasting. So I want to give a quick
Okay.
update on it. I have shared within WhatsApp Excel file.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I want to give a quick
You want to
update.
give Praful?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go
Can I
ahead.
present my Excel sheet, sir?
What do you want to present? Just go ahead. Because the
Okay.
internet is unstable. I'm not able to just present it.
Okay. I'm sharing with you. So basically, this is the financial model of TCPL. So still is pending the valuation and forecasting about it, sir. So it will be covered in the upcoming lecture, as you said in the classes. So basically, I want to present about the first sales. So sales is if we talk about the company is improving in terms of the sales. If we can see in the 2000 financial year 15, there was 79 93 934 sales, and it has been increased day by day. And in 2025 financial year 2025, it has been increased as much as it can. So it is the good sign for the company, sir. And after the sales, we can see the margin, sir. So margin, if we talk about the gross profit margin, so gross profit margin is also stable and increasing gradually. Same with the EBITDA margin or EBIT margin. But here's a little bit problem with the PAT margin. So PAT margin is declining gradually, means year on year. So we can see in in financial year 2022, PAT margin was 11.2%, and in 2025 it has been decreased 7.8%. So it could be the cost. Am I audible, sir? Hello, am I audible, sir? Hello.
You're audible.
Praful, sorry, I have some internet issues.
Okay. No worries, sir. No worries.
I cannot hear you. Are you audible? Yeah, go ahead.
Am I audible, sir, right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I was telling about the sales and margins. So sales is good, improving, and margins also good. Margins are also improving. But we can see here the PAT margins are declining year on year. So it could be because of the cost is increasing. That's why PAT margin is declining. Apart from it, sir, apart from the sales and margin, I analyzed about the working capital, sir. So if we talk about the working capital, so basically we talk about the inventory days. So inventory days is a little bit doubtful sign here, because we can see the inventory days is much more, means ideal in compared to the ideal inventory days.
Days for HUL.
Yes, sir. For actual, it is, sir, I think 60 days. 60 days.
What is the inventory days for HUL?
It is 60 days. I think it is 60 days. Am I audible, sir?
What about our?
So I don't have the idea of Dabur, sir, but I saw the inventory days of HUL. So it was 60 days. So if we talk about the FMCG sector, there is.
If you are,
Yes, sir.
If you're presenting a model, you should also have its competitors with you.
Yeah,
sales
right,
have
sir.
increased. Why? Why did the sales increase? What happened?
So
I can also see
basically,
that the sales have increased, cost have decreased. Why it increased? Have you
so
gone to the conference call?
Yes, I gone with the conference call a little bit. So there was the sales is increasing because of the tea pricing or coffee pricing. Coffee and tea market is increasing of the TCPL. That's why.
How much percent?
So basically here is the revenue breakup, sir. EV की so India business is means TCPL's India business is 65%, sir. So basically, it's
Oh, you
it's
didn't answer
covering
my
the
question.
yes, sir.
You didn't answer my question. How much tea price increased in the last 1
How
year?
much in terms of the rupees, sir? In terms of the rupees,
Percentage.
in this quarter, sir?
Now you said na sales have increased. You said sales have increased because of the increase in tea prices. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
asked how much will the tea price increase?
So for this quarter, I don't have idea, sir, about how much. Sorry for it. How much it increased, but I will cover it definitely.
See, your entire model should focus on the sales. I am again saying,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't
Yes, sir.
want days and all. Days and all will come only if you compare it. You will say, sir, days of it is 130, but the days of HUL are 60 and days of Dabur are 70, etc. etc. This is a good one. You
Yeah.
cannot just say that, sir, 180, 118 became 130. This is a good sign or a bad sign. You cannot tell that.
Okay.
So when you don't present a model, you present a company. Model
Right.
is a byproduct of it.
Yes.
First, your entirely should come on sales. Why did you reach over here? Who tell you to even change your sheet? Your
Okay.
80% of the presentation should be on sales.
Right. Yes, sir. Means sales is
Yes.
increasing or decreasing.
Sales,
So why and
yes.
how much percentage?
By how much will they increase? What is the reason? Which segment they belong to? Which segments are performing?
Okay. Okay.
And why are they performing?
Yeah.
That is how you
So
present a model.
so right now I'm just I just want to sir that you see the means how is the formatting and number is punching.
Formatting is
So
fine. Fine, Praful. Yeah, formatting
okay.
is
And
perfectly fine.
yeah. So I will prepare the quarterly report for this quarter, sir. Then I will deeply let you know about the all about the sales. And here, sir, I also calculated some ratios, just like the liquidity ratio or stability ratio. So in the liquidity or stability terms, company is performing very well. But in terms of the efficiency or in terms of the profitability, sir, there is a concern, there is a bad concern because these two measurable things are very less.
Which all things, sorry?
Sir, in
right, in
term,
asset turnover, na? Yeah. Asset turnover is very right. Yes,
right,
yes.
right. Asset turnover ratio, also the ROE is very low, less, sir.
Yes, because they have
Yeah.
invested, no? They have invested a lot in the good other companies, acquisition has happened.
Right,
That
sir,
is why
right.
it is.
So here we can see the return on equity and asset turnover ratio is very concernable this time.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So I will prepare,
Okay.
sir, quarterly report in which I
Prepare a model
will.
first. Praful,
Yes, sir.
Praful, prepare a model first. Prepare a
Okay.
model first and then present. Okay, prepare a model first. Because
Okay,
that is
okay.
important. Modeling is important. So once you
Right.
whatever the valuation is, I don't care about it. It's just about how you focus and how you link. So you should show me,
Yes.
sir, see the 10% increase in sales will lead to increase in valuation.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So after completing the valuation, I could prepare the report, sir. Am I right?
Yes, correct, correct.
Okay, okay. So first I will complete it model, then I will prepare.
You prepare, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Sir, which report?
Quarterly.
Okay, okay. Sir, also on winter, no, I heard Imami's call. They are also management is also expecting harsh winters, and in Mumbai also, usually in December or December winter comes, but temperature is down in November only, which will aid in winter loading, which was postponed in Q2.
I track the temperature as well. What is happening? Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sir, is it correct time to call you for 5 minutes after the call?
I have a meeting in 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
I have another meeting in 5 minutes.
So it's just 2 to 5 minute call
हाँ, fine,
regarding.
ठीक है,
Okay,
ठीक है,
okay. करो
fine,
अभी
okay.
करो.
हाँ, करो.
Okay, sir.
WhatsApp करो.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.